video is going to be about something that I just, like an argument that I just sort of like had to step in and moderate on my page that I just wanted to talk a little bit about. Hopefully my phone doesn't run out of space while I'm recording, but so, okay. First of all, Halle from Chloe and Halle was recently cast as Ariel, the live action adaptation of The Little Mermaid that they're doing, and people have been reacting really weirdly to it, in my opinion. Somebody requested for me to make a video about it, and I kind of feel like I'm at the point, as you guys know, where I just feel like, number one, just like I don't care about what like white people think about anything. So I see a lot of like, you know, apparently like white people are upset, like they're angry, but to me I just feel like who cares? Like, who cares that white people are angry? And if you do care that white people are angry, why do you give a fuck? Like, she's already been cast in the movie. Like, okay, they're mad, they could remain mad. Like, Mo Ariel, for me, even though I'm against Disney, as you guys know, I think the mouse is evil. I think they're like they're an evil corp, like for Mr. Robot. They're trying to like take over the world and monopolize and run everything. But I still feel like it's good. I always want to say Chloe and Halle. I was going to say, like, I still feel like it's good for Chloe and Halle. It's good for Halle. I think it'll be really I think it's an interesting cast choice. It's an interesting decision. Race bending has been happening for like a really long time now. I don't understand why we feel like race bending is like a new thing. I don't know. They race bent in that Fantastic Four movie with Michael B. Jordan. I did a whole video on that. They race bent Ben in Daredevil, and then they killed his ass. I did a whole video on that. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is an old conversation. The conversation is bland. Like, this is another bland conversation. It's old. Like, it's tired. Like, the argument of like, whatever, what if we changed black characters to white ones is stupid, because there's already like a proliferance of white characters. So like, why would black characters be changed to white? It's like, the whole conversation I feel like is dumb. Like, it's stupid. And I also don't feel the need to respond to like white people being mad about this girl being cast, because it's just like, who cares? Like, I don't care. It's cool that she's cast, and I just would rather like focus on that. So my thought was, okay, and we were talking about this a little bit during Booze Bake, which was like, okay, because people were talking about like that it was a rumor of like her being cast, and I was like, well, if they cast a black Ariel, I want an entirely black cast. Now I highly doubt this is gonna happen, and for me, this is something that I'm like more concerned about, is that like with the Fantastic Four race bending of Michael B. Jordan, I felt like that was a token. I kind of wish they hadn't done that. I was like, they might as well have just made the whole cast white. I went to it in depth in the video, if you haven't seen that old video, because I was like, Michael B. Jordan and Sue Storm, Johnny Storm and Sue Storm are supposed to be brother and sister. Like, his sister is white. I don't understand. Like, this was obviously like a token. It was like a token thing. They just needed like a token black person, so they just like threw one in there. So like, for example, I felt the same way about Aquaman. Why is Jason Momoa literally like they made this whole big thing about how it was going to be for like Polynesian culture, and then it was like Birth of a Nation Under the Sea. Like, Jason Momoa was the only non-white person like damn near in the whole movie, with the exception of Black Manta. So I feel like if this is like a token thing and Ariel is literally the only black character, that will suck, and it will be stupid, because Ariel has like 12 sisters, so she's like one of 12. They should all be black. King Triton should be black. Like, all of these characters should be black. Prince Eric should be black. Sebastian's already like a Jafakan or something. Like, he should be black. Like, I feel like the whole cast should be black, since we're going with a black Ariel, since that has already been announced. So we were doing a little fan casting during Booze Bake, which you guys will remember, and years ago, maybe like 10 to 15 years ago, Vogue did this series of portraits that was shot by Annie Leibovitz, who's like a celebrity photographer, that was like celebrities as like live action Disney characters, and she shot Queen Latifah as Ursula, and I love Queen Latifah, as y'all know, and I fell in love with that image. It's like a beautiful image, and ever since then it's funny, because like I've always wanted Queen Latifah if they ever did a Little Mermaid live action, and like now they're doing all these live actions, and they're doing the Little Mermaid, and they cast a black Ariel, so I was just like, I want Queen Latifah. Like, I want Queen Latifah to play Ursula. And so I put the picture from the old Vogue post. I put put it up on Instagram, and people started, you know, and I was like, you know, who would be your fan casting? Like, who do you want? Like, who do you vote for? And people started saying who they want. A lot of people said Monique. Does Monique sing? Because I feel like you have to be able to sing to be Ursula, because you have to be able to do Poor Unfortunate Souls, which is like the jam. So you have to be able to sing. So people were saying Monique. I'm not sure if Monique sings. A lot of people were saying that they would want a black drag queen, because Ursula was originally based off of a drag queen, Divine, the original like cartoon version of Ursula, which I think is totally fair to say that that you want like a black drag queen. I think that's completely fair. And then a lot of people were saying Lizzo, because Lizzo has been like campaigning pretty hard for this role. Like, she really, really, really wants it. She like uploaded a video of herself in like full like makeup and costume. I like Lizzo a lot, but I want Queen Latifah. Like, I want Queen Latifah. And then some other people was like, some of these were kind of jokingly, but some of them were like semi-serious, of like that they don't want a black Ursula, they want a white Ursula. The joking ones that were pretty funny were like that they want a white Ursula because like who else would like want to steal like a black girl's voice or like a black princess voice, which is funny. But then there was people that's like they don't want a black Ursula because like black people are always the villains and black women are already seen as overweight and blah 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 blah. Like, no, I want an all black cast. Like, I want an all black cast, which would include Ursula. Like, I want an all black cast, period. I kind of want an all black cast or nothing. I'm gonna be really, really upset if they tokenize Ariel. Like, that's really, really, really gonna fucking bother me. So somebody said Lizzo. Lizzo's been campaigning really hard. I'm about to hit a toll, so y'all gonna see me pay this toll. Lizzo has been campaigning really, really hard for this role. And somebody on my page said, they put on the post that they like Lizzo, but they don't really think that Lizzo can sing, right? Somebody, a Lizzo fan, got very much into their feelings about this person saying that they didn't think that Lizzo could sing, and they started getting into this back and forth about it. And the person says several times, like, it's just my opinion, like, it's just my opinions are subjective. I like Lizzo, I like her music, you know, I like her songs, I love that she plays instruments, I think her playing the flute is like really, really cool, but they just don't think in terms of her voice, they don't think her actual voice is strong enough to play Ursula, which I feel like, you know, that's an opinion, and I feel like that's a fair opinion. They were able to back up their opinion of like why they felt this way. And this person replied to them, and the person was like, well, are you a singer? Are you like a classically trained singer? And the person was like, no, but I don't have to be a motherfucking classically trained chef to know some food is nasty. Like, it's just my opinion. And they ended up getting to this back and forth where this person was like, well, you're not a singer, so you don't know, you're not allowed to have an opinion. And Lizzo's awards and her number ones. Yeah, so my camera died, so I'm trying to get like a little bit more footage really, really quick. Basically, this person was saying how this like other commenter was like not allowed to have an opinion because they're not like a classically trained like vocalist or whatever. And then they were like, as like a classically trained singer that can read music, I'm saying that like Lizzo is like the hottest hot shit and da 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 da. And I was like, well, this person said repeatedly that it was just like their subjective opinion, which they are entitled to. I was like, and also it's a little bit classist and racist to act like just because you have like classical vocal training and can read sheet music that automatically makes your opinion better. Yes, I think that there's definitely something to be said for having an informed opinion and being a quote-unquote expert on a subject, but at the same time, opinions on art and on talent are very much subjective. And when we start getting into, well, you didn't have the access, right, the privilege to go to school to like learn this type of thing, blah blah blah. And also just in terms of this whole like Chloe and Halle being cast as Ariel, it being a whole story, I feel like it's just really funny that this is like a thing, because like white people are mad about it. Like, who the fuck cares that they're mad about it? Let them be fucking mad about it. Who cares? And again, why? Like, they're not gonna uncast her. Now maybe if they like uncasted her or something, okay, that'd be weird, but it's just like, who fucking cares? Ultimately, I think it's cool that she was cast. I can understand there being concerns about her being a token, right? Like a diversity cast and then the rest of the movie is white. I can understand those concerns because that's whack. I can also understand the things that people say about, like, you know, when we race bend, as opposed to, say, like, making original black characters, because obviously we do need original black characters. The answer is not just to continue to race bend. I feel like that's a pretty valid argument as well, but the little girl has already been cast at this point. I do think it's cool that she has been cast. I really don't give a fuck if a white person doesn't like it, and I find that there's all this conversation around it to just be like a little bit ridiculous. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I think it's cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Food for thought as always. Peace.